Jennifer, how are you? You have the smallest camera here.
I know.
Are you self-conscious about it?
I am. It's a sore subject.
You know what? You ought to put a big thing. You ought to put a big thing around it. One of those blimps they had in 35 millimeter. I'm going to give you even more.
Thank you. I appreciate
attention.
it. I appreciate it.
How big is your camera?
Look at compared to mine, it's like this is like that.
I'll humor her on this small camera.
I appreciate that. I appreciate it. I told Lorraine I'm excited to talk to you because I love The Owl and the Pussycat.
Oh my goodness.
Which is such a great movie.
One of my first movies. Yeah. Do you know who I was in bed with?
Who?
You remember the blonde I have a date with, and Barbara and George come to my apartment?
Yes.
Her name was Marilyn Briggs, but she became Marilyn Chambers.
Oh my God, I didn't even realize that.
A high school senior. She was gorgeous. She was maybe within that year became the Ivory Snow box cover.
Yes.
Isn't that's a piece of trivia?
I had no idea. That's so. Now I have to like go back.
It's not well known.
No, I had no idea. Thank you for that.
So great experience.
Yeah, and Barbara Straight.
I worked with her in Vegas too. I never had a problem with her. Everyone had a problem with her. We got along so well.
My mom always made me be in choir because she wished I would be like Barbara. I'm like, I have the worst voice. I'm like, sorry, I can't do anything.
No, but you know what she did? She would not have been considered gorgeous in her high school yearbook and all, but she and Bette Midler, they kissed every handsome leading man. They made people adjust their sense of who's beautiful and who's sexy and who's not, which was in itself beautiful.
Yeah.
Barbara did not cut her nose off and make one of these, you know what I mean?
I love that because the best thing is to be yourself. I think that makes you way more unique.
I couldn't agree more. So, I admire her greatly. She had we're exactly the same age. We were born within a few months of each other. What else do you want to ask?
Oh, I want to ask you about Peter because you guys go way back. You went way back to Second City.
Yes, we did an alumni show. I was in Second City 65, 66. He was in slightly later, and we did a summer alumni show outside of Chicago, and that's where I met Peter, so 49 years ago. The most wonderful man, ethical, warm, talented, humble. He was a great man.
I only hear good stories about him. I was here last year, and just everybody loved him.
Nobody didn't get along with Peter.
And I think what Lorraine did is such a great tribute.
Well, you got to remember that this, if I may call it a charity, it's maybe a worn name. This one doesn't fool around. The money goes right to the scientists at the cutting edge of this research, and they're doing a great job. There were two great ball players. Mel Stoudemire's living with it 22 years. Don Baylor just passed away, but he lived with it 13 years. Peter was wiped out within 3 years. It was awful to see him go. I spent time with him near his demise, see this big frame of a Frankenstein.
Young Frankenstein.
Wither away. It was awful. And so this is worthwhile. I'm in New York, so it's less convenient for me to be here for every one of them. I do the Madeline Kahn ovarian cancer thing every year. We were also, it was like a triumvirate, the three of us. We were very close. Anyway, this is a very worthwhile evening, and it seems to me fitting that comedy is a conduit for the raising of this money. But Peter was very funny and loved humor.
Thank you so much. Such a pleasure to meet you. Thank you so much, Rob.